Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Etc. and I'm here today to bring a review for One Piece Manga chapter 937. Excuse me. So the first thing I want to talk about is a little bit that we have at the beginning of the chapter. Big Mom. Craving the food and Chopper is panicking. Now, there's been a lot of talk about food. So I'm wondering, is Big Mom going to go into one of her hunger frenzies, as I call them, hunger pangs? I think the actual how they call it in the actual series. But I'm wondering if she's gonna go into one of those, and if she does go into one of those, is it as peak as it is when she's like in the right state of mind? Uh, I don't think that that would be the trigger for her to get her memory back, because that don't make sense. But I don't know. It seems like we're heading down that route for sure. It seems like we're heading down that route, but that's all I've got to say about that chapter. So we go back to prison where Luffy's being held captive. We don't see no Rizo within this chapter, so we don't know, has he got away from security guards? Has he been able to free his friend, the ally that they're going to use? It's all focused on Luffy and the other guy, the old man. Now, what I really liked about this scene within the chapter is the fact that Luffy right now is training, meaning my boy's playing it smart. My boy's playing it smart. Luffy gets a lot of hate because he does stupid things. I could call him stupid. Yes, I can agree sometimes, but I call him simple-minded. I call him simple-minded, and that's not a bad thing. But well, yeah, like I was saying, that what I really liked about this chapter is that, especially given the situation he is right now. Okay, you can call him, you probably could call him dumb for doing it, but given the situation he is in right now, he's training, he's trying to get himself better because he knows. You got one shot in Hokkaido. He knows, he knows that he needs to get stronger, not just for Kaido, but for enemies that come after Kaido. So within this chapter, we see him excuse me, we see him trying to up his armament haki to the levels that he saw Rayleigh use when he first displayed haki to them. He mentioned the bit where, the first time he showed him, so the bit where Rayleigh, he pushes the elephant up using armament haki. Luffy's trying to attempt that right now, and obviously he's not doing it right yet, just yet. But and that's everything happened in that scene really. He's doing that. So while he's trying to do these things, he's beating more opponents. Remember, he's stuck within the sumo inferno, I think it was called, and he's like, all right, cool, bring on the next one. But like I was saying, the thing that I really liked best about this scene is that the fact that, given the situation, he's training to get better because he knows he needs to get better for the things to come in the future. Moving on, we go to what the chapter is entitled over, the battle with Zoro on the bridge. So I thought that we was going to get not a full-blown battle, but the best battle, and we could still get this, it just wasn't in this chapter. The best battle we have seen of Zoro since the time skip, because Zoro hasn't had too many battles since then. I'm just I'm just going over them in my head as I'm saying these things. He hasn't had too many battles since then, and I would arguably say that the best battle Zoro has had. I probably need more time to think about this, but the best battle that's coming to my head right now Zoro's had since Timeskip is against Hody or Hody, whichever one, however you pronounce it. And that's simply because, if I do remember correctly, it was a one shot, and it was a one shot underwater where fishmen are supposed to be superior to humans underwater, and that made it impressive. Now, some people might be thinking, what about the Pika fight? And now, the majority of that fight was a lot of running around, and yes, it did end off very nicely with Zoro showing on Haki for the first time, and the 3,000 worlds, sorry. So yeah, that was impressive. Impressive technique, but overall fight, I don't say as good as Hoodie. But yeah, back to the point is that I thought that we would have got the most impressive fight so far out of Zoro during timeskip during this chapter, but we didn't get that. We got a lot of talk about the legend of Ryuma, and funny enough, it was like, oh, cool, yeah, I didn't know that. I don't care. I just want my sword. I just want my sword back. So that happens. They exchange a few dodges in between all of that, and while this is going on, the whole I forget her name, and the laughing girl come through, and there's some damage done. So it's like, okay, so something serious is going on over there, and I can see the guy that's trying to attack them. Let me go deal with that. So he goes to deal with that now, and what I found hilarious was that even though this is going on with the girl coming in and the hoe and the killer coming in, the guy protecting the sword he's not even looking at that. He's just concentrating on Zoro. He's still trying to deal with Zoro. So every time there was open, he's like, yeah, there's an open. And I found that hilarious because Zoro's like, oh, you see this? Come on, like, allow me for a bit, but I'm coming back to you. Like, allow me. And yeah, so I found that hilarious. And once this killer came in and once Zoro realized that, yeah, there is something more pressing to deal with, the fight became between them. And again, Zoro's having a fairly easy time. But because of Mr. Bodyguard protecting the swords, he does get a wound to the chest. Now, in the eyes of Zoro, this is nothing because he's had bigger, badder wounds. But yeah, so he takes this wound to the chest. Blah blah blah. Onigiri, he is done now. So that fight, fairly short, not impressive, nothing there. But he did need Santuri, and I think it was mentioned that that he got serious. Yeah, serious. If the bandana don't go on, my man, he ain't serious. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, he had to deal with that within this chapter. I wasn't expecting it, but a little action is always good. So what I think will happen now is that Zoro will go back to his original fight. He will defeat him, obviously, because he's getting his sword back, and the samurais and other people in the lands need some weapons. But after that, Zoro will get the answer to the question he wanted to ask, because obviously there was a question there that he wanted to ask within this chapter. And yeah, that's everything I got to say about this chapter. It was funny in places. Story is moving slowly but surely, like a One Piece story does do, because you got to follow multiple characters. So 1 week we might follow Luffy, 1 week we might follow Zoro, next week we won't even see Zoro no more, or Luffy, because we're with Nami and Chopper or whatever. You know how it goes. So the story is moving at the regular One Piece pace. I'm going to give it a 3-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.